Hey everyone, welcome back to another video where we're going to showcase a recently completed Cybertruck project. We're so stoked to show you everything we did to this truck and also talk about what we've learned about the Cybertruck along the way. This is now the 12th Cybertruck that we've had in the shop, and over these last dozen projects we've learned some things along the way, and it's really emphasized to me how important it is to consider wrap for the Cybertruck. As much as I actually enjoy the stainless steel finish from the factory, it's impossible to keep clean and maintain. And so at the very least, if you do like the stainless steel look, you can always go for paint protection film rather than vinyl to maintain that look, but increase the ease of maintenance. This truck was one of our favorite colors we've completed yet. It's a matte forest green. So even though it looks pretty flat on camera, if you come in closer, you'll actually see that it has a lot of character to it, a lot of black flake. It's a really cool color in the sun, in the shade, high lighting, low lighting. It really just makes the Cybertruck look almost like the Warthog from the Halo series. Now, before I go into more detail on the wrap that we completed on this car, I first want to talk about what we do on every single Cybertruck, which is window tint. These things come from the factory looking like a fishbowl. And so the first thing that most clients want to do is get some privacy, get some comfort, because now that the summer months are approaching, this massive 60-inch windshield really lets in a ton of sun. It's not only makes the car's air conditioning system work harder, potentially affecting your range, but it significantly alters your comfort when you're inside the car driving it. So after the window tint's complete, then we get the car ready for wrap. Our prep process is quite extensive. We can't just wash it like any old normal car. The stainless steel actually has to be treated with special chemicals that are able to pull oils, fingerprints, and stains out of the highly porous surface. We use a product called Koch Chemie Orange Power. That seems to clean it the best. And then the orange power will leave some residue that we clean away with an isopropyl alcohol. The isopropyl alcohol also has a dual purpose in that it makes the surface very tacky, ready for the vinyl wrap to stick. The last thing you want to happen when you pay all this money to have a vinyl wrap done is for your edges to peel up. It's the #1 concern we hear from clients, and so we especially take extra precautions around all the edge work, the wrapped edges. We do disassembly to make sure that the vinyl holds like concrete. It's tucked and folded behind every crack and crevice so that your wrap really appears more like a paint job. One of the first things we see folks do when they interact with these Cybertrucks at car shows is they start going around the edges, feeling, touching, trying to find where the wrap starts and ends. And so our goal is always to hide every inch of stainless steel and make the wrap almost look like a brand new paint job. These taillights, believe it or not, are one of the only gloss black features on the car. Most of the black features on the car are more of a satin black, like this textured plastic on the rear bumper. If there is a shiny black area on the car, it's very prone to scratching when you're washing and fading over time due to UV exposure. So first things first, we actually install paint protection film on the taillights, as well as wrapping the entire tailgate. On this one, this is actually the Foundation Series Cybertruck, so we've added a gloss black graphic, really pops over the satin finish underneath it. And then continuing down the side of the car, there's more gloss black features that we actually install the PPF on. The way you open the Cybertruck doors is actually a big button right here and here. Those are touch points that are going to wear really quickly over time. So one of the first things we do is install paint protection film on the buttons, paint protection film on your door seals and entryways. And then of course, we even did paint protection film over the matte forest green wrap to give the wrap itself that extra protection. Then coming to the front of the car, we've got another Foundation Series emblem right here in gloss black vinyl. And then something fun that we did with this car is we actually added the smoked PPF to the headlights. And I'm sorry, this is not the headlight, this is the running light. The actual headlights are down here. We added paint protection film to those as well. But this smoked look just takes what's already a really aggressive look with the satin wrap and just levels it up, gives it some new styling, especially now that we're seeing more Cybertrucks on the road. Then coming around to this side, this is the focal point of every person who sees the Cybertruck for the first time, the 48-inch wiper. So this is all sun facing, just like the windshield. We ceramic coat the wiper housing, we ceramic coat all the plastics on the car, we ceramic coat the wrap, the glass, the wheels, everything gets ceramic coated at the end of the process. And the reason for that is really simple. This is a lot of surface area, and it's going to become very cumbersome to wash and maintain. The ceramic coating is like a non-stick coating on a frying pan. Makes it super easy to rinse down and wash once a week, effortless 20-minute process. So now that this truck is rocking our window tint, vinyl wrap, paint protection film, and ceramic coating, we know it's going to look fantastic for this owner for years to come. Now, the reason you want to choose AP3 to protect your Cybertruck is really simple. To do wrap work properly, to do window tint properly, there's always risk involved, especially with wrap work. There is disassembly that's needed to be done in order for the wrap to have full coverage and have full wrapped edges around every corner. It's fairly light disassembly, taking the tailgate off, taking out the rubber door sills, taking the mirror caps off. But with all of these components, if you're not familiar with Cybertruck, you could easily end up damaging them. And the same is true for window tint. If you don't use precautions such as soak ropes, protective plastic covers, you could be introducing water into a lot of sensitive electronic components on the vehicle that somebody who's not as experienced with Cybertruck would inadvertently damage in that process. So with our years of experience working on thousands of Teslas, with our experience working on probably the first dozen Cybertrucks here in Atlanta, we know the ins and outs of these vehicles. We know exactly how to take care of them so that you can trust that the shop that's doing the work is not only gonna not damage your vehicle, but they're gonna do a fantastic job and give you a product that will last.